This is Gardy with Career Life Media, Career Life Combat. I have a guest that's zooming in. We're going to get them introduced and find out everything that they have going on. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, if someone hasn't met you before, what's your name, and then what do you have coming up?
So my name is Lindsay Crosby. I train out of Corvo Martial Arts here in the DFW area, Richardson specifically. And I've got main character coming up, the side quest, September 6th, and I'm super, super pumped to be a part of such an awesome card.
A main character, I believe it's their first time in the DFW
Mm-hmm.
area. Have you competed for them before? Familiar with the promotion, and what are your thoughts about them coming to your spot, your town?
Yeah, so I did the very first main character tournament. It was a sixer, I think it was eight. No, correction. It was like a 16 woman bracket, if I'm not mistaken, in 10th Planet Austin. And I stepped in as an alternate, but it was a learning experience for sure. But it was one of my first bigger tournaments wherein I was a part of a pool of just some super talented women. And I got to learn my opponent firsthand. Being newer, I was a blue belt and learning the names of everyone, but I learned my opponent very, very quickly. Uh, but it was really cool just to be a part of that, and it just really helped me see what the caliber of jujitsu was like and what I could work towards. So that being my first one with main character. Since then, I did the Valentine's Day one, I think like last year. And then they did another one, women's bracket for in like November of last year too. I might be getting my date. I don't know. Time just blends in together. But I really like the promotion overall. Really ran well, and like I like being able to be a part of like every time I get into these tournaments, I'm met with a different opponent with a different style. And that really helps my game, right? It helps me be more strategic, more tactical, and who I go against, which is so different than who I face in the gym normally. So I'm always happy to be a part of it. It's super, super fun every single time I do it.
What do you know about your opponent that you're going to be facing this time?
Um, so of course, we do our due diligence as athletes, wherein I will do my research, right? Um, what I know of her is one of her last stints of the slap her around the world. So I have heard that. I did see that. Her game, I don't know too much. She likes to work a lot of stand up. I like to work stand up as well, so definitely expect some wrestling, for sure. Some good hand fight exchanges. But I know she's pretty forward, and that's what we want. We want to keep the momentum going. Um, so looking forward to it.
What did you think about that slap match? Did you watch the match and did you see that the highlights and video and content that came out of it?
I saw both. I saw both. Um, I wouldn't do that. I don't know if I would agree to something like that because I don't want to get slapped. Like you will not see me on like any other thing wherein I'm getting slapped. I don't like that. Jiu-jitsu is the extent of my combativeness. But how it was like kind of orchestrated and how it was like hyped up, where I was like telling some of my teammates, I was like, I gotta watch this. I just gotta see what it was like, because I've never really seen that before. So it was interesting. I saw the jujitsu match before. Um, it was interesting.
Yeah. What's your style whenever you come into it? Like, what do you like to do whenever you get on the mats?
Excuse me. So I do like stand up a lot. I do like to exchange with my opponent to see, if they're gonna pull guard. I love passing. It's frustrating sometimes, but I do. Because it is like a puzzle piece to try to figure out what's gonna fit, because you've got just different body types and all of that. So But my style, I would say, is I think I'm more of a top player. I wait a little bit to see what they kind of give me, and if I'm not getting what I'm looking for, I will obviously like force some action. But I love a good takedown. It's very rewarding when I do get that. So yeah, definitely
Hmm.
top player, but like intentional, I think is my game.
How long have you been training and why'd you start?
So I actually shared this kind of similar story when I did a little bit of a promo for the very first main character. When I started Jiu Jitsu, it was on the premise of like I used to be an actor, and so I really wanted to do like action and stuff like that. And then when I looked at a lot of these action stars, they had martial arts backgrounds.
Hmm.
And so I was like, okay, well, let's just do a martial art. Which one am I going to do? And I picked jujitsu. And I followed someone who did jujitsu. And I went to the school for the first time, Corpo Martial Arts. And when I got done with the class, I was like, oh, this is going to be more than, what I intended on it being. And so that was just my start, honestly. I was just trying to figure out how many times I can come to class, feeling stupid, looking stupid, but that's just all part of the journey, right? So I think I've been training for 4.5 years now. It's 2021, so if I'm mathing that right, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Tell me about acting. Do you still have time to act? And I guess what led towards that? And I guess led you
Yeah,
out of it.
yeah, I mean, acting was such a dream kind of come true, even in the small amount of time that I got to do it. I met an actor at the restaurant that I was working at the time. 2019, 2018, 2019, something like that. And he just got to talking, asking me how I was, and I was like, something's different. You could just meet
Right.
someone and the vibes are just like there, and you're like, okay, we can pour, we can talk. We were slow, so it worked out too. But he was just like, come to his name is Glenn Morshower. He's been in like X-Files and like Transformers, stuff like that. And he's like, come to my school, let's and just see what it's about. Him and his wife were there. And I went, and it was just such a welcoming experience, to where I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. Like, I don't know. I'll just speak for myself. I've always wanted to be an actor. And so like it was just really cool to meet someone in that space where I'm like, oh my gosh, my dreams are manifesting.
Right.
Um, no, sadly, I do not have time for acting as much. I have to be an adult, sadly. But it's one of those things where maybe in another lifetime, or maybe jujitsu could take me. I've been hearing like there are some jujitsu practitioners that do like stunt work and double work, and um, maybe I won't say no if the opportunity arose. I just have to be open to it, I guess, be more open-minded, and the universe will kind of
Right.
bring those opportunities to me.
Yeah. I look at specifically main characters promotion. Kamoy is so
Mm-hmm.
big on obviously promotion first of
Mm-hmm.
all, but then also the main character, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
am the main. Who's the main character? Hey, we're gonna dress up and do these promo and media
Mm-hmm.
days and different things. And I remember that first main character when I saw the promos that were coming out. And I was like, what is this? I've never seen anything like this whenever it comes to jiu-jitsu. There was like multiple ones, people saying I'm the main character, and this why, dressed up as characters and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so I really like what he's doing, and it's giving people a platform. So I mean, even jiu-jitsu in that sense, there's opportunities there. Hey, how do you get people to watch? Obviously, while being yourself, but as a bigger personality, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I you can only be yourself at the end of the day. I have tried different methods of like getting myself into a space of like, how do I show up as that main character? How do I show up as like a grander version of myself while still like being true to myself, while showcasing some badass jujitsu? And I think that's what's really cool about this platform, about this show. I'm sorry, tournament overall. And so all I can do is just continue to like put myself out there, right? Like maybe do some call outs or something like that,
Yeah.
standing out, in which case, like, I just have to bring the heat each time and I have to show why someone should watch me. Man, if you want to watch me, cool. If you don't, even it's cool, but you'll remember me when I'm on the stage, because I'm gonna bring it. So I just have to be myself. I think that's what it really entails.
What are the goals that you have for jiu-jitsu, combat sports, and even outside of that?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do something cool at each belt. I did win at blue belt. I won Pans and Nogi Worlds. Um, and I would love to continue that. Being on the Who's Number One card would be super rad. But just do something cool at each belt. And then too, I also assistant coach at Corvo, and that has been super fulfilling when I didn't think it would be. Just giving back to the kids and, beating them up when I can. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Outside of jujitsu, I'm still figuring that out. Being an adult is a new experience. So really, I'm just like, figuring out what my next steps are in terms of the career, but I want to make my life as available and as possible for jujitsu and any other opportunities that can help myself, help my team, just help those around me.
Yeah. Can you remind everybody one more time what's going down September 6th? How can they get tickets and why should they watch? What are you going to be bringing?
Yeah, man. So bringing the heat, bringing some wrestling. September 6th gonna be that main character side quest. I'm super pumped that he's finally coming to DFW because I have been traveling to Austin. Kimoy, I know you know that. But you guys can get your tickets. I think I have a link in my bio. I'll definitely be posting on my Instagram if it's cool, Crossbish, to follow or to just check out. But yeah, that's the play. That's the game.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Um, uh, no, make sure you guys watch. I have a teammate who's on the card too. But just come out support, come watch. It's a great production, a great show to be on. And I'm looking forward to continuing to support. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things is I've had the chance to talk to a lot of people from that DFW area, but
Hmm.
this is an opportunity to show up, support this really cool event, so that
Hmm.
way Kamoy's hand and other promotions' hands will be forced. I mean, we need to start having more of these shows, big shows here in the area because you
Hmm.
can't avoid it. It's undeniable. Like they come out and it's the biggest show that we have. So I think it's a cool
Hmm.
thing, right?
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, Austin's cool. I love Austin. Any chance I get to go, I'll be out there. But DFW has some amazing grapplers. Um, and hopefully this one proves to be a good turnout to where he has no choice but to come back out.
Yeah. I guess one more question. Um, have you been following CJI and what do you think about the women's bracket and the team stuff? How do you think that's going? And what are your thoughts on that with the sport?
Craig is pretty cool at promoting all of this. It's definitely a different level. The women's bracket, my gosh, it's kind of one of those like fantasy ones, talking amongst teammates and trying to see like, oh, what if they get this person? No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And then to get those people is pretty rad. So I'm really looking forward to see, especially like the how they do the first round and so on and so forth. But I think it's gonna be just show stopping from start to finish, nonstop action, because all of those girls are nothing about stalling. Like they're pushing the pace, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. I have no idea where it's gonna go, you
There's no
know?
weight classes either. That's
Um,
the craziest thing. No weight classes, and there's like just high level name
yes.
after high level name. So who knows?
Yes. I mean, everyone to their own right has like a title. They have so much behind them. So it's like there's no underdog. There's
Right.
no what is it, Dark Horse, like they're all just killers, you
Yeah.
know? So I think that's going to be super cool to see that play out. And then the teams, my God, dude, there's the wild cards are crazy. Um, I'm really interested to see who Craig makes as his opponent since Gable pulled out. I think that's just the talk of it right now because it's this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So he's got, I mean, I've heard Chael Sonnen is trying to put his hat in the ring or his name in the ring. Um, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who do you
Yeah.
have?
I mean, so going back to the women's bracket, the coolest thing that I think is $100,000 tournament, right? $100,000,
Yeah.
and then the teams is $1 million, to the winning team. But that's
Mm-hmm.
that's a crazy amount of cash. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I love it that there's opportunities to get people paid like that. Then my
Yes.
concern is like promotions that are smaller that aren't able to get $100,000 prize. I'm hoping that we still get to have some of these high caliber matches that we're kind of
Mm-hmm.
spoiled to, um, you know, in Austin, where it's not in an arena, but like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, I won't compete for less than 50. But I mean, go make everything that you can. But I hope that we
Yeah.
still, that it brings up everybody, that there's more cash like to go around to everyone. That's my concern, but
Because it's
it's
there,
cool. Yeah.
right? It's definitely there. And I think the longevity of it has to play out in order for these other promotions to step up to the plate as well.
Yeah.
You know, like Craig's so outspoken about the amount of money like these athletes are making, rightly so. We don't hear that a lot from other promotions, right? Like
Right.
they're kind of a little bit more hush hush with it. Whatever the reason, it's not me, but I agree. I agree with you 100%. Like I would love to see that continue because that is an amazing amount of money to that can change someone's trajectory of their life, you know, especially as an athlete. So I would love to see that more. I would love to see a level of, women's jujitsu get to that point as
Hmm.
well. I know his Kimoy has done those same things for like women's brackets and stuff like that. And it gets eyes, you know. The Polaris event did that women's team
Hmm.
event. That was so so cool to see. I want to see it keep going as well.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for making time today. I appreciate you.
Definitely. Thank you for letting me, chit chat with you and letting everyone know, when to watch, where to watch, and we're gonna have fun. I'm excited.
Yes. This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. Y'all be blessed.